Here we're going to take a look at our 1-inch moon bug. This is a good little bait when the fish start to get a little pickier, when they're not eating something like a scuttlebug or a larger cricket. You can downsize to this little moon bug, and this will usually fool them. It's got kind of a pair of back legs here that will twitch when you give it a little movement, and also a pair of little side legs there. And what this bait looks like is kind of somewhat of a mystery. It just looks like a general aquatic insect. Could look like a tadpole, could look like a little bait fish, could look like a little frog, could look like a lot of different little things. Also makes a good little ice fishing bait as well. Now, as far as hooks, a size 10 jig is about as big as you want to go. You can see a standard size 10 jig will reach most of the way back onto the body of this little guy. A little ice fishing jig works just fine because the head of the jig takes up most of the body on this guy. All you really need to do is just get in there to the fat part of the head and get a little meat on there. That's about all you really need to do on an ice fishing jig. And I like to just fish these under a float, so I just like to fish them on this standard size 10 jig and hang it under a small little float. That usually fools them most of the time. But if they're a little pickier, you can pick up some little mosquito hooks, and like a size 10, you could go up to a size 8. I think this one's an 8. So you can go up to that and just hang your drop shot a few inches below that. You can either spear it or just nose hook. Just like that, and let those legs kind of do the work for you. You could also thread it onto the hook as well. Since these are short shank hooks, you can usually get most of the meat of the bug on the shank. If I can do this on camera, I'm trying to watch what I'm doing on the camera and thread. Just like that. But usually I end up just nose hooking these. There's really not a right or wrong way to do it. Nose hooking, I think, lets that bait sometimes look a little more natural just because it really stands up there on the tip of the hook and lets those legs do the work. We offer this in a lot of different colors on our website. You can find them on moondogbaitco.com. That is the 1-inch moon bug.